G'day mates, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I want to cover some team swaps. I haven't been talking too much about the new pro teams. I'm waiting for it all to settle, but this one's too exciting and a whole bunch of you guys have been asking me. Mongraal, Benjy Fishy, Thomas HD. Is it real? If it's not real, what is the actual team? I'm going to cover all of that. I want to talk about two big players coming back to Fortnite, potentially. Daequan and Hamlinz. Are they actually going to play Fortnite? Hamlinz has, Daequan has, and I also want to talk a little bit about how Hamlinz stream on Fortnite went, because unfortunately for us as a game, it didn't go too great. It looks like Fortnite is as rough as what we imagined for a lot of big content creators trying to come back, but I want to talk about what that is and how that could maybe be fixed in the future. Also, I want to talk about the new map changes, specifically how much more loot there is on the map. I said this on my first night release video when you guys are saying, oh, they added nothing new to the map. I actually started to do the math now. Fortnite.gg has shown us the maps. There is over 150 new chests on the map. Some of these new POIs having even more loot at them than tilted towers. And I want to talk a little bit about some of my favorite new drop spots on the map and what my opinion are the best drop spots for you guys in solos and trios. First up, what's going on with Mongraal, Benjy Fishy, and Thomas HD? You guys probably saw it on Twitter. It got a whole bunch of attention. A lot of people asking me today in stream about it. We had Thomas HD tweeting out Thomas HD, Mongraal, Benjy Fishy, making it look like they're a real team. Of course, because it's got Mongraal and Benjy involved, it's got almost 20,000 likes. A lot of people believe this. A lot of people didn't believe it. I'm calling impression farm. I don't think it's real. I think it was just for a bit of fun, a bit of attention, because we had Thomas HD originally tweet out, and now this I do believe is real. Looking for one with Mongraal, need to be able to triple edit. Now, it is no surprise that Thomas HD is going to be splitting with Flick and Anas after last season. They didn't make grand finals. As much as they got pretty unfortunate, I think they are still a phenomenal team. If you don't make grand finals with 3 players of that caliber, something isn't working, and normally you're going to split. So I do believe Thomas HD and Mongraal are looking for one more. I think the need to be able to triple edit was a little bit of a meme. Benjy Fishy responded with a clip of his where he hit a ridiculous amount of triple edits, and then that led Thomas HD to make the other tweet, which Benjy Fishy replied to saying, my triple edits are pretty crazy. If you guys remember, a few days ago, I did talk about how Benjy is going to be staying with Joe and Shadow. Despite their poor performance in the last FNCS, they didn't do too well in grand finals. He still thinks they're a phenomenal team and wants to stick with them, which I agree. I think they are a really good team. I'm very excited to see how they do. I can't see Benjy Fishy splitting with that to play with Thomas HD and Mongraal. Not that they are a fantastic duo. He's already got a great trio. It just seems like a bit of a meme. So I wanted to cover that straight out the gate because a whole bunch of you guys are asking me. Now, the next topic you guys probably wanted me to cover was whatever happened today between Mongraal and Aqua. You probably saw it. It was all over social media. There was just a clip of Aqua saying Mongraal wasn't really good and he didn't want to play with him. And a whole bunch of people freaked out about this. Mongraal made a tweet saying this is what all friend groups are like. You know, they're nice to your face. They're mean behind your back. And I'm not going to go into it. It's a whole bunch of drama. The one thing I did want to touch on, a lot of the times in these situations, I think the pro players who accept or make it known that their pro teammates aren't their friends and they're just in it to place and do well and it's a job, like Tayson, end up doing far better because there's no blurred lines. You realize that you aren't friends. Like, yes, you like each other in the same way that you like people you work with, but at the same time, you're here for a job, you're here for a purpose, you want to pop off, you want to do well, and then when you drop them, it's nothing personal. I understand why people got so upset about this one, why Mongraal got upset, because obviously him and Aqua seem to be friends, have been friends for a really long time, and I'm sure they are friends. Aqua probably regrets having said this. Again, it looks like he didn't know that he was streaming at the time, didn't know it'd be recorded, and a lot of people freaked out. A lot of people sent a bunch of hate to Aqua. A lot of people saying that Mongraal was being too dramatic. Again, I usually don't go into all of this because it feels like, you know, high school drama. I saw that a lot. Oh man, treating it like high school drama. Most of these guys are high school age kids. This is just the stuff that goes on. I mean, I'm not going to try to give you guys a whole bunch of life advice. Just if you're a pro, if you're trying to, you know, grow in the scene, I think intentions are everything. Make it very clear to your teammates or your friends, whether you are friends or whether you're just, you know, playing this professionally. Don't say, hey man, I don't like you, I'm just playing with you for money. But, you know, be very clear, like, hey man, like, you know, this is really important to me. I'm really treating this like a job. I want to make Fortnite my career. You know, like playing with you, but, you know, we're pros. Like, this is, you know, for us to do well, and if we don't do well, I'm gonna find someone else. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe make your intentions a bit more clear. I'm not gonna go into much more than that. I'm not gonna be like, oh man, Aqua's so mean and oh, Mongraal's being a baby. Not my style. I wanted to address it because it was a huge topic today everyone was talking about, and I know if I didn't talk about it, you guys were gonna come at me. Let's move on to another big topic that took place yesterday. We had Hamlinz coming back to Fortnite. This is massive. So Hamlinz, obviously, as you guys probably know, there's no way you don't know, he is one of the biggest Fortnite content creators ever. Up there with Daequan as well. Real OG guys, pull tens of thousands of viewers, have both just signed with NRG. They're now making content out of the Thoom house. It looks like a lot of their content is going to revolve around IRL content. That's what their videos have been. But obviously, both of them are going back to their roots of streaming, which is great to see. I've watched both of their streams so far. Absolutely hilarious, but a lot of people thinking, are they going to come back to Fortnite? I've been saying since the start, there is almost no way they come back to Fortnite, and if they do come back to Fortnite, if anything, it's just going to make us really depressed to realize the state of the game. And that's exactly what happened. We had Hamlinz come back. He was playing Fortnite, pulling insane viewership, tens of thousands of viewers. So good for the game. Literally the biggest numbers we've seen on Fortnite outside of tournaments in a very long time. But it was unplayable. It looks like he played Fortnite for about 2 hours in total. I tracked whole time getting stream sniped over and over again by friendlies or by negative stream snipers, just making it completely unplayable. Obviously, he's a bit behind the meta when it comes to mechanics. He can't keep up anymore. Despite being one of the best players back in the day, the game's progressed a lot, and especially when it's stream snipers whose sole mission is to eliminate you, it didn't last really well. I'll show you the clip of how Hamlinz's stream on Fortnite ended. Again, it doesn't give us a lot of hope for future Fortnite streams.
Hey boys, I'm getting off of this damn game. I can't, dude. I can't play. I can't play Fortnite, man. Listen, it is too much. It is too much stuff, man.
And he sums it up pretty well. There's just too much going on, and that's what you got to imagine. Again, I have to say, I'm a bit biased in this situation because I'm a streamer. I have a lot of issues with stream snipers myself, but I've been saying this for a very long time now, years, a lot in the last few months. Stream sniping is going to be the thing that kills Fortnite. I genuinely believe that. The less and less content being made on this game, the less hype around the game, the less people play it, and that's what creates a game to die. If you look on Fortnite right now, for the amount of viewership you get during a tournament or during a lot of other big events, there is next to no one actually just making content on Fortnite anymore because they can't. I am pretty decent in the game. I'm practicing a lot. I have over 70,000 arena points. Yes, a lot of that is from me playing with pros and trios and duo arena. I'm not going to try and pretend I would have got 70,000 arena points in this amount of time in solos, but I'm not bad. You know, I'm decent. I'm better than the average player, and I still really, really struggle with stream snipers. I understand the meta. I'm trying to practice. You know what I mean? I hide my screen. I turn off my audio. I've even gone to the point now where I jump between game modes. I randomly queue up between solos, duos, trios, squads, and arena, so people don't know what game mode I'm in, but a lot of that is too much for most content creators. If Hamlinz wants to just come back, play some Fortnite, go into squad fields, it's a little sus, and have some fun, it just doesn't work anymore. It does not work. You could go back and watch the VOD for yourself if you want. It was miserable. It looked like COD Zombies. It looked like Booger after the World Cup when he had just 30 people dropping on a single house. You can't make content like that. At that point, when it's that large, yes, it is very, very hard for what can Epic Games actually do to stop this. I understand that. I've talked a lot about how to address stream sniping in the past. I think if Epic was a lot better in the past at building up a reputation of punishing and banning stream snipers and actually doing something about it, there would be less of them now, so Hamlinz wouldn't have 50 of them. But now that there is so many, unless Epic was going to go through and start banning all of them, it is going to be very hard for him to play the game. But it's sad to see, regardless of whatever the reason is, whether it is because the game's too hard now, people are sweating too hard, or it's stream snipers, a combination of all of them, the fact remains that a lot of these big content creators, or any big content creator, they could be big on another game and give Fortnite a go. It's not fun, it's not entertaining, and it's not enjoyable, so that's why they're not playing the game. So it's very scary for content going forward that these big content creators returning to the game, or even players like Nick Mercs or Cypher PK, are really struggling to keep making content on the game, and they're looking to make it on other avenues. At the same time, do I think Daequan's gonna jump on Fortnite now? No, especially after watching what just happened to Hamlinz. I guarantee they hung out in the Thoom house later. Hey man, you play Fortnite today, how'd it go? It was terrible. I had no fun and I got stream sniped the whole time. He's not gonna now go load it up, so it is very unfortunate to see, and it doesn't give me a lot of hope for content in the future in Fortnite. I'm having a lot of fun making content myself, but that's because I'm starting to spend 1 to 2 hours a day in creative, just getting better so I can, you know, kill players of an average skill level or stream snipers as well. Whatever it is, you have to be really good at Fortnite now to even have any fun streaming it. Now, let's take another look at the Fortnite map. I've been saying this since day one of this new season. The night it came out, I said, look, I know these new locations don't have names on them, but you have to just drop there and trust me. Fortnite has added so much to the map and has made this, in my opinion, one of the best competitive maps ever. And it looks like a lot of pros are starting to catch on like Stretch. This map is fantastic. If you now look at Fortnite.gg, they've updated the chest and floor loot spawns. Look how much loot there are at these locations. Just compare this new location to Believers Beach, which was definitely a tier 1 drop last season. It has more loot than Believers Beach. It has more loot, we've now calculated, than Tilted Towers. You know, the like super looted drop spot back in the day, the big drop that could fit a whole bunch of players. It has more loot than that. Not only that, it also has permanent mobility with the slipstreams. You also have the bouncers, you have the shadow stones, you have everything else. Look at how good all these drops are. These are more than enough for a whole trio. I would argue some of these drops could easily fit 2 trios. You could have a trio take all of this. You could have a trio take all of this easily. You could have 2 trios split this amount of loot as well and rotate out, but again, because of their location and their positioning especially, you're gonna have to fight people around you, which is gonna create these really, really interesting engagements and just really interesting fights in FNCS. This isn't just gonna be super boring, everyone gets their POI and that's it. They've added a lot of loot, but they added into the gaps around the map where there was nothing existing there already, so that when it comes to fighting off spawn and rotations, it is actually gonna be incredibly exciting. I am not kidding when I say pretty much in the last 3 or 4 seasons that I can think of, maybe even more, this is the best competitive map we have ever seen. I am so excited for FNCS coming up because of this. Now, if you guys have been looking for some trio or solo drop spots, obviously I would highly suggest practicing these new alien areas, but there's a few ones in particular that I really like that I think you can do a little bit smarter. Trios, obviously try to stake your claim on any of the really good ones you can. I would be dropping here in trio arenas all the time because it gives you such a good chance to grab loot, third party the POIs around you, just pay attention while flying in where they're dropping. But I want to focus more on solos because there's a few cheeky drop spots that I've really enjoyed. First off, dropping at the Weeping Woods one, landing on the Spire, which gives you 3 chests and a bunch of floor loot spawns there. You get 5 floor loot spawns and 3 chests instantly, and you can usually make sure no one's dropping on you. Then you go into this underground section that not a lot of people exist. There's a bunker on top of it. You break your way in. That's 2 chests. It has 3 slope barrels and 6 more floor spawns. You can then either push whoever's in here and fight around you, or you can loot the IO house that isn't normally looted either, and you now have an absolutely stacked loadout instantly. That is one of my favorite new solo drops. The other one is actually dropping on this little kind of like, I guess it's like the ruins of a building on the edge of this one here. This gives you 5 chest spawns already, and it gives you, I think, 6 floor spawns or even more. I think it's up to 10 floor spawns in this area. Then you can rotate to the mini junk if no one's gone there, but the most important part of all, which I don't think a lot of people realize, this is where Sloan now spawns. Have you been wondering where the Mythic Burst AR is? The absolutely disgusting Mythic Burst. It's in the hands of Sloan right here, and there's not a lot of floor spawns and loot spawns around it, so most players don't even know that she's here, and most players who do drop straight on her and fight her, you can just third party with your superior loot and take it off them. Those are my 2 absolute favorite solo drop spots right now. The last one being this section over here. If you drop over here right now, you're getting about 7 or 8 chest spawns. You're getting max metal because of the plane. You're getting all the loot in this area as well, which is just so dense. There is so many gun spawns and chest spawns on top of each other. You have the slipstreams to get around. You can fight anyone else that's here. Third party Pleasant Park. Like, honestly, if you are not dropping these new locations, you need to get on board with it. They are some of the most fun, skillful, and good drop spots on the map, especially if you start to learn those little sections of them that you can use as for solo arena, because the extra mobility and intelligence you can have to set up on top of the slipstream, get angles, is amazing. Please try out these new drop spots and get excited for what I know is going to be a really good FNCS map. Now, if you guys want to see how the new competitive meta is playing out, we actually have a $10,000 Boom TV Duos tournament that's taking place today. As of this video going live, I'm going to be doing a viewing party on my channel. It will be twitch.tv/Aussie Antics. Looks really exciting. They've kind of advertised as like a content creator and pro duo tourney, but one of the duos they announced is Booga and Nosh. I'm noticing a lot of pros are playing together. I don't really think it's going to be a content creator pro. I just think one of them has to stream, which means viewing it is going to be amazing. It is taking place at 3 p.m. Pacific time, so that is exactly what time EST? That is 6 p.m. EST, which means it's 8 a.m. my time. I will be doing a viewing party for it, so again, whatever time that is in the world for you, follow my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Aussie Antics, and then you'll know whenever I go live, that's when it's on. If you like today's video, guys, please chuck a like on it. Let me know in the comment section down below your thoughts on anything I talked about today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.